Have you ever noticed how some people can go hours without checking their phone, while you check yours every few minutes? A delayed reply, a shorter message, a canceled plan. To most people, these are small things, but to you, they feel enormous. Your mind immediately starts asking questions. Did I do something wrong? Are they upset with me? Are they pulling away? And before you even realize what's happening, you've already imagined losing someone you love. The strange part is that you know it doesn't make sense. You know you're overthinking. You tell yourself to calm down. You tell yourself to stop worrying. But the fear doesn't listen. Because this isn't really about a text message. It isn't about one conversation. And it isn't even about that person. It's about something much deeper. A fear that quietly follows you into every relationship. The fear that everyone you love will eventually leave. If you've ever felt this way, this video is for you. Why small things feel so big. Imagine you're sitting alone late at night. You've sent a message. Normally, they answer within minutes. Tonight, nothing. 10 minutes become 30. 30 become an hour. You open the chat again. Still nothing. Your heart begins beating faster. Suddenly, your imagination takes over. Maybe they're angry. Maybe they're losing interest. Maybe they found someone else. Nothing has actually happened. But inside your mind, everything already has. This is what anxiety does. It takes uncertainty and turns it into certainty. Not certainty that everything will be okay. Certainty that something terrible is about to happen. Your brain isn't trying to make you miserable. It's trying to protect you. The problem is, it can't tell the difference between a real danger and an imagined one. Your brain remembers more than you think. Nobody is born afraid of losing people. Somewhere along the way, your brain learned that love wasn't guaranteed. Maybe someone important left. Maybe someone changed overnight. Maybe you were ignored when you needed comfort. Maybe affection depended on being good enough. Sometimes it happens after heartbreak. Sometimes after betrayal. Sometimes during childhood. Sometimes after losing someone you never got the chance to say goodbye to. Whatever the reason, your nervous system remembers, even if your conscious mind doesn't. That's why your reactions feel so automatic. Your brain isn't reacting only to today. It's reacting to every painful memory that still feels unfinished. Every goodbye, every rejection, every broken promise, every moment you felt abandoned. The past quietly whispers into the present until it becomes impossible to tell them apart. Why you always expect people to leave. When you've been hurt enough, you stop asking, will they leave? Instead you ask, when? You begin looking for evidence everywhere. A different tone of voice, a missed phone call, less enthusiasm, a tired facial expression. Suddenly, everything feels like proof. Proof that you're about to lose someone, even when nothing is actually wrong. This constant search becomes exhausting because your mind believes that if it can predict the loss, it can somehow prevent it. But life doesn't work that way. Love doesn't work that way. You cannot think your way into feeling safe. Sometimes, the harder you look for signs that someone is leaving, the more signs your anxious mind creates. And little by little, fear starts replacing trust. The fear begins to control you. Fear doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes, it looks like texting first every single time. Sometimes it looks like apologizing for things that weren't your fault. Sometimes it looks like staying in unhealthy relationships, simply because being treated badly feels less frightening than being alone. Other times, it looks like the exact opposite. You become distant, cold, independent. You convince yourself you don't need anyone. Not because you don't want love, but because losing it feels unbearable. Some people hold on too tightly. Others never allow anyone close enough to matter. Different behaviors, the same fear, the trap nobody talks about. Here's the cruel irony. The more afraid you are of losing people, the more likely your fear begins to shape the relationship itself. You ask for reassurance over and over. You overanalyze every conversation. You seek certainty that nobody can realistically provide. Eventually, the relationship becomes centered around your fear instead of your connection. Not because you're a bad person, not because you're too much, but because anxiety convinces you that safety comes from control. The truth is, love cannot survive inside a prison. Real connection requires freedom, not constant proof, not endless reassurance, not perfect certainty, because certainty doesn't exist. Living in constant fear is exhausting. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every day. At first, you barely notice it, but over time, it becomes heavier. Every disappointment adds another stone. Every rejection, every argument, every goodbye, until eventually, you're no longer reacting to today's events. You're reacting to years of emotional weight. This is why people with abandonment fears often feel emotionally exhausted. They're not only living today's relationships, they're carrying yesterday's pain into every tomorrow. And eventually, they begin expecting heartbreak before happiness, loss before love, distance before closeness. Their world slowly becomes a place where every beautiful moment feels temporary, where every smile feels fragile, where every "I love you" secretly sounds like "until one day I don't." What actually helps? Healing doesn't begin when people promise they'll never leave, because no one can honestly promise that. Healing begins when you stop believing that someone leaving would destroy who you are. That doesn't mean loss won't hurt. It will. It always does. But pain is different from helplessness. You are stronger than the fearful voice inside your mind wants you to believe. Learning to trust isn't about ignoring fear. It's about noticing it without allowing it to control every decision. The next time someone takes longer to reply, pause. Instead of asking, "Why don't they love me anymore?" ask, "What facts do I actually have?" Most of the time, the answer is very simple. You don't know, and that's okay. Not knowing isn't danger. It's simply uncertainty. The more you practice sitting with uncertainty, the quieter fear becomes. Trust also grows when you stop abandoning yourself, when your happiness no longer depends entirely on another person's presence, when you build a life that still has meaning, even on the days you feel lonely. Because healthy love isn't two incomplete people trying to save each other. It's two whole people choosing to walk beside each other, not because they have to, because they want to. And that's a completely different kind of love. Maybe you've spent years believing that your biggest problem was loving people too much. But maybe that was never the problem. Maybe the real problem was believing that love always ends, that everyone eventually leaves, that every goodbye is only a matter of time. But your past doesn't have to decide your future. Not every silence is rejection. Not every distance is abandonment. Not every ending is waiting around the corner. Sometimes, People stay. Sometimes they choose you again and again and again. Learning to believe that may take time, but it's one of the most important journeys you'll ever make. If this video helped you understand yourself a little better, consider subscribing to the channel, because sometimes understanding your mind is the first step toward finally finding peace. If this video spoke to you, I hope it reminded you of one important thing. You're not alone. So many people carry fears they never talk about, and sometimes simply knowing someone else understands can make all the difference. If you'd like to explore more about psychology, healing, and the hidden struggles we all face, consider subscribing. This channel is a place where you don't have to hide your fears, because you never have to face them alone. Until next time, take care of yourself.